So you have been stressed, anxious, pressurized, exhausted, and scared, right? And I'm too. I was too, right? You have been thinking that these feelings mean something wrong to you, right? No, it's not, right? I'm Sai, and I have these 5 feelings made me almost quit in my online business journey. But then I realized something about these scripts which made complete opposite of it, and which made me a machine. My discipline, my execution, my work done, and the thing like how I was getting my work done completely changed by the way I address these 5 feelings. So let me break this down into this video and let's get into it. So first up is fear. Like, I faced it myself, and you also facing it. Like, you don't fear about your breakfast or your you waking up middle of the night. That you don't fear about that. What you fear about is you posting on content, it doesn't perform, you running on to the track and your fitness doesn't get built up even if you train for 2 months, you creating a new offer, launching it, but you don't get any customers, you don't get any clients, you don't get any money, any revenue coming in, right? You fear that, and I also too. But when I flip the switch about it, is we only fear about the things that we actually care the most about, and we should you should embrace this feeling, right? You don't have to wait to do your work until this the fear shuts off. You have to do it the way it is, and just show up and just do it whether it is right. Just take the fear as it's a good sign to you, as it's the mean that you care about. You actually have to do the work, right? You actually give a shit about this, right? So the second up is anxiety. You and the anxiety we were feeling weren't random, right? It's that your brain is being stimulated a lot about you trying onto a lot of shit things, getting overwhelmed by it, and trying to do everything to make something real. But that's not it. For that, what you have to do is to redirect this anxiety to one task. Right now, currently your situation is you've got 14 tabs open. You are rewriting your scripts or your offer 5 times. You're deciding your niche until 1 a.m. at night and still getting nothing. That's why you're having the anxiety. So for solution for that is just take one task, one outcome. I did this myself for my, when I want to decide what do I have to post today. So I was not deciding I have to shoot this on this day, I have to shoot it on this location, I have to script it out from this, this way, that way. Like, I set up a timer and I just did one task, I executed it, I just think less and I just did more, right? And that's when my anxiety disappeared. And I just redirect the force of the anxiety to my one task and its one outcome. Anxiety means something is in your head and you're getting overwhelmed by it. But the stress, our third feeling, is it means your body knows, right? Like, it's gonna be real. Like, my story, I'll tell you, my personal thing is that whenever I used to get stressed a lot about my online business, that this is gonna happen, what if I didn't make it, I used to distract myself. I used to play video games for hours and hours, and just to put up a mask on it. And when I used to get back, I used to feel a hell of a lot guilt about it. So how did I solve about the stress? Is that first up, I took the stress is that about the thing is that I will not be stressing about if I was, doing hard enough. It's the number one sign that I'm not doing the work I want to do. That's why I'm stressing, right? If I was doing the required work I was about to do, I was working hard enough, how much the work was required to do, I would not be stressing, right? You're stressed, you're getting it is because you're not just playing it hard enough. So what you have to do is do the work more. Don't dig your head into the sand whenever you address a problem, and whenever you dig your head into the sand, you distract yourself by video games, by random movies, scrolling, watching bullshit things on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. You get stressed. It's just the number one sign you're not doing it hard enough, you're not working hard enough. I felt it myself. I solved it by working my tasks, getting done all day. Like, how if I set 5 tasks for the day, I get all those done. And if I get those done, whenever I used to get those done, I do not feel any stress. I felt it myself. Try it yourself. Do things. Set up yourself task for your online business. Say you want to do outreach to 100 people. You want to post 4 pieces of content. You wanted to research on this topic. You wanted to script out and ideate out 5 new videos. So just get all this work done. And if you face a problem, if you address a problem in say you wanted to do outreach for your this, and you face a problem in what outreach should I do, so just Find a solution of it. Don't dig your head into the sand, distract myself with this and that other bullshit. Do not get stressed about it. All right. So the fourth up is pressure. Right? The pressure is not about the outside one, it's the internal one about you feeling. I used to also feel this. I used to watch people like kind of more of my age, so not a lot more, like 2 to 3 years elder than me, more in the game than me, and I used to feel behind. I used to feel like the window is closing. I'm not going to make it. This and that and all this. But realize this, pressure is what? Pressure is like, I'll tell you an analogy. Just listen to this. Pressure is just a compressed energy, right? The more you press the spring, the more pressure it builds up, right? That's what's happening with you. You're getting unnecessary pressure on yourself by seeing someone's, a lot more work they put in, a lot more years of effort they put into the game. They are more into the game, right? You see someone, say I'm 17 years old and I see someone 22 years old making $1 million a year. I feel pressure myself. Why I'm not making it, right? I feel the internal pressure to myself, but then I tell to myself also, this guy has put in 5 years, a half decade of more work than me. He has put in more work than me, right? So I have to not let this pressure kind of paralyze me and stuck me that, oh, I'm not made it, I'm not this and that. But for you also to take this pressure, redirect it to one thing. I'm telling you this all the time. One thing, one task, one outcome, and getting your task list done, and to not compare yourself to someone's compressed energy. That's what pressure, right? Someone's years of work done, like 2, 3, 5 years is a lot of time, right? Of doing the work every single day. So about the pressure, it's just realize this fact is that someone has put in more hours than you to get to that point. You have to also put in that much hours. And to realize that, I've realized in the 17, when I was 15, when I was 16 years old, or even 14 years old, I used to feel a lot of pressure when I used to see these 20-year-old millionaires. Like, I'm honestly telling you, and you also feeling this pressure about it, right? People are making $1 million a month, $1 million even a month, or millions of dollars a year, right? Or even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? So just redirect the pressure to your one thing, to the work you want to do, right? So the fifth and the last one is exhaustion, right? So you are feeling exhausted right now, right? But exhausted doesn't mean like you're working. There are two types of exhaustion, right? One type of exhaustion is you worked all day long, you've done all of your task list, your days counted, you put in the reps, you showed up, you did the work. And the second kind of exhaustion that you are currently kind of doing it, you are tired from watching reels, from scrolling Instagram, from watching bullshit content on YouTube, or watching random series and movies and that, right? And you're feeling that exhaustion same as the work. It doesn't count. The one exhaustion that when you do your work, when you build something, it's gonna build something, and this is gonna destroy you, right? For you right now as a entrepreneur, as a coach, as a ambitious person, stage 0 to 4, the exhaustion you're feeling, right, is kind of more coming from the wrong things. That's why you're feeling exhausted. Like, I don't feel much exhausted when I'm shooting the content, when I'm doing the work, when I'm when I'm outreaching to people, when I'm doing this work. I don't feel that exhausted because I enjoy it, because I know that the work I'm putting in, the work I'm doing it, and for which task I'm showing up, and the work I'm doing is the thing which is gonna give me the results in the future, right? But as you're doing time pass work, what you're doing, you're watching a lot of content onto the YouTube about how to create an offer, how to do this, how to do that, and executing nothing, and that's why you're feeling exhausted. You as a coach, as a entrepreneur, online business owner, you're feeling exhausted just because you're not doing the work. You're just consuming the content, or you're doing random stuff. I can list it out. You're watching a lot of content on YouTube, you're watching a lot of content on Instagram and not executing nothing. You are wasting time on tweaking your editing part. You're wasting time on perfecting your script for 10th time to just record and post it on your YouTube. That's why you're feeling exhausted, because you're trying to be a theorist and a perfectionist before you become a practitioner. So be a practitioner, not a theorist, and do the work, do more, not think more. That's when you're not going to feel exhausted, right? So that's how I switch this feeling of exhaustion to my benefit, and you are also going to switch it to your benefit, right? You don't, like, I tell you an analogy. You don't feel exhausted when you know that you have produced some outcome. Say you have posted on YouTube, you have also posted your content piece onto your Instagram, onto Twitter, you have outreach to the kind of people you want to outreach, you have, if you are doing the service delivery, you are doing the fulfillment, you have done the fulfillment to your client, you're giving the results to your client, you have built your SOPs, you have taken your group calls, you have done those work, you have produced some kind of outcome. You don't feel exhausted, right? You actually enjoy it. So this was about the exhaustion feeling, all right? So the fear, the anxiety, the stress, the pressure, and the exhaustion. Now you know about these feelings, and you're not going to run away from this, all right? So just tell me in the comments which was one hitting you hardly, which one was, disturbing your focus, disturbing your, work getting done thing, and how, like, from now you're going to tackle it the way that these feelings work for you, all right? So just drop in the comments, let me know. I'll be reading your comments. So just, meet you in the next video, and yes, thank you, and just bye.